Hello, thank you for watching this video. To know how to use this method that I describe in the article about debugging WordPress, because sometimes in our websites, even if we love them, even if we love WordPress and sometimes hate WordPress, at the end of this video you are gonna know how to love it more, because you will turn one of those hates into a love. Why? Because what we are gonna see here is something that not a lot of developers in between brackets use with WordPress, because it's not very common to use, and actually it is hidden by default, so you need to activate it, as we are gonna see. And why is this? Because sometimes when you are using WordPress, you start with a project, you are very happy about it, you create all the pages. Well, this is just a blank website. And then you find some error, a lot of code there, and you are like, oh my god, I don't know what is going on, I don't know where to start looking and why this is happening to me. So let's see how we can avoid that and how we can turn these errors into solutions. So this is just a blank website that I have. Okay, so I'm just gonna make something in the background, in the code, to see one example. I'm just doing something now to show you one example of error that you can see. So this is the one error. So you come here and you say, oh, okay, this website was working. I decided to do myself my page, my WordPress website, but it just say that there is a critical error and that I should contact the admin but the admin, it is me, so I'm not I don't know a lot what is going on. So even I receive here one email like your site is experiencing errors. So well, let's see, let's calm down and let's try to find out what's the solution. So as I told in the article, you can see how to activate this debugging mode. I'm gonna just bring up this screen here. So this is the wp-config.php file that I access there via FileZilla, for example. This is in my case. You can use whatever you like to use. So when you come here and you open that with your code editor, I'm using the free version of Sublime Text. You need to copy this there. So if you copy there, to activate, yes, the debugging in general, you just need to put that into true. And you save that, and then you come back to FileZilla and accept the changes. So once you accept the changes, you reload, and you are not gonna see nothing, but you do not see anything in the front end. But what else do we need to do in order to start reviewing what's going on here? So here in the same file, I activate the log file. Okay, so we are gonna have a log, and the log will tell us what's gonna be, and it will tell us in two ways: in this page here and in a log file that we will find in the archives of our installations of WordPress. So to activate it, I just save it, and I save it in FileZilla again. And now if I reload, I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, but because I'm only seeing it in my archives file. But if I want to see it here, that I do not recommend that, you should turn this into true, because you are here debug display in true, you are displaying this also in the front end. But if you are using a site which is in production, maybe you don't want to do that, because you don't want people to see where the errors are or if there are any errors at all. So if I reload now, because this is, I repeat, this is important to have it clear. If I have this in true, then I see all this. And what's all this? Is just WordPress telling us where the error is. And the same that we are finding here, that we have here, we have also, if I come to FileZilla, in WP content folder, there is a new file here called debug.log. So when you see this, you see here, but there is a lot of text, but if you realize it is always the same error. You see, it is in, we will read the last one. So here it says parse error, syntax error, unexpected password, blah, blah. So here in the WP content themes Astra functions.php on line 2, there is something going on there. So if we go to here to the themes, you see there the path, we follow that WP content, themes, you come here, themes, Astra, functions.php, here. If we open this, we go to the line 2, here is the file itself, line 2, and then here we find that there is a missing comma there. So if we put it back, this changes, that's a good sign. We go to FileZilla, we save up the file that we are editing, so we are sure that this is the only error that it is going on. And then when I reload, this is happening here. Okay, so what I have to do now is just to deactivate in the WP, wait, because I have a lot of windows open here, to deactivate this false, to deactivate, well, let's deactivate just that, in my FileZilla, and then the errors go away. So my recommendation is that when you finish to debugging this, that is working again, that you come back to the file here, and then you deactivate the debugging method. False also. So everything is false, you know? So you save it back, you save it again in your server, and then you are ready to go. So this is how you find errors. This is just one simple error of a comma that was not in the correct place in the files, but you can have a lot of errors and syntax errors and missing files or deactivated files, you know. So everything that you are gonna have to fix every time you have these errors in WordPress, it will you will be able to find it via debugging in the log file or in the text that you will see in the front end if you want to display the log, because it's not a production file site, for example. So I hope that this was useful, that this was not too technical or too confusing, and I hope that I helped you. So see you in the next video, in the next article. Thanks for watching.